I want to make sure that if you're an electrician dreaming of becoming an electrical contractor or an electrical contractor constantly looking to level up, that you listen closely to this podcast because I'm going to give you my top tips as a new electrical contractor of what you must do in 2024 to survive. Let's kick it off by the sponsor of this video, Jobber. Now, I don't take one-off sponsors. I've done one or two, I shouldn't say that, but you know I like to do brand deals that are for at least a year. I've been eyeing Jobber to be the official software sponsor for the 360 Electrician in 2024. And the reason I did that, because I know a lot of you guys went all in on my previous software company. Well, I'm not knocking that software company. It has a place and is super important, and you're still going to find all those videos on my channel. Here is the reason why I think Jobber was the way to go in 2024. It's because if you're sitting here and you are listening to me right now and you are thinking about becoming an electrical contractor, or you just became one, or you're into this thing for a few years, but you just don't know which direction to go, or you're lost. That's because, my friends, part of it is you probably don't have field service software. Am I correct? If it's you, then keep listening. If not, I want you to fast forward to the next section. A lot of you guys, in fact, my surveys show that 70% of my subscribers are not signed up or have service software. Are you kidding me? It's 2024. The reason I partnered with Jobber is because I wanted no more excuses. The price point that you're going to be able to get into to get incredible software that does all your scheduling, your time clock, your CRM customer retention and management, your GPS tracking, your invoicing, your estimates is going to be Jobber. They've got an incredible entry point if you're just starting out, or even if you're a big company like I do. I've got links down below, but pretty much your link that if you're listening and you want to sign up so you can follow along in the next few months as I talk about field software and particularly Jobber, is going to be go.getjobber.com/the 360 Electrician. Yes, it's an affiliate link. They are now the official sponsor, but this is the way that I know you're going to sign up. Get your free trial right now. Follow along. I'm going to have some specials that I'm going to do for those of you that sign up and you do an annual plan. You email me with your receipt or username so I can confirm it with Jobber, and I've got something special for you coming next month in January. So listen, let's get back into Jobber. Field service software is the only way that's going to put time, zeros, on your watch. That means more time to do what you want, live the lifestyle you want, enjoy friends and family and all the things you want to do, versus what I always say, putting in a long day at work because you're a one-man, two-man show, and then going home to do what? More work, because now you got to do the invoicing, the estimating, and the scheduling. Why not get software like Jobber using our link so that you can get everything done before you leave to go home? That way, when you walk in the door, you get to enjoy the family, friends, and the things you want to do. Jobber is going to allow you to do that because a lot of things are going to be automated, and I'm going to show you those things later on in the videos and in the courses that we're going to do in 2024. So, tip number one for you is 100% go get Jobber. Number two, not a official sponsor. I did do a commercial for them. That's Next Insurance. Why am I talking about Next Insurance? You've got to get insured for 2024. If you are not, listen to me. It's the biggest thing that's going to take your business down, and I mean down. Going to bankrupt you, going to cost your house, your livelihood, your marriage, everything. If you get a lawsuit for negligence, you got to get covered. I like Next Insurance. I use it here in Montana. In Los Angeles, I'm also covered by insurance. It doesn't happen to be Next Insurance, but I tell you why I get the coverages I do and why I picked Next for Montana. Because I also do solar. Make sure that the general liability insurance you get, even the auto commercial insurance, whatever you get, make sure it covers what you do. So for all you people out there that are listening that say, Jeff, I've got general liability insurance, I'm probably going to bet, not a lot, but I'm going to bet that your coverage does not cover you if you get on a ladder that's probably over 8 to 10 feet. And I almost guarantee you it does not cover you to do any roof work or work at a certain height. It also, I almost guarantee you, doesn't cover you to do solar. Wow. Most people won't even sign you up or give you a policy as soon as you mention any of those things. So you got to make sure you're covered for those incidentals. You don't want to all of a sudden say, I'm going to do solar. You get up to do your first project and somebody comes tumbling down and you're not covered. Or you get up on that roof and you drill that hole and by golly, that rain comes down like a spigot in the house and there goes $1 million in inventory or furniture. You guys got to get covered. So tip number 1, you got to get field software, links down below. Tip number 2, you got to get insured. That's general liability insurance. That's workman's comp. That is commercial auto insurance. Are you doing it? I hope you do. All right, tip number 3, coming back to another sponsor of the channel. I'm sorry, and that sponsor is me. You know that I do coaching. I do coaching for electricians and electrical contractors. Besides my coaching, you know I am one of the only resources out there that's going to give you the sample paperwork. We're going to cover paperwork. We're going to go over everything you need to know about having paperwork contracts to protect yourself. Now, I'm not a lawyer, accountant, and I'm not your contractor's board. Everything I do and tell you is a sample starting point. It's fully editable. It's going to come just like this with a generic logo. You can edit it any which way you want after you talk to your attorney, your accountant, and your state license board. All of the legal I have here is a sample only. What are some of the samples, Jeff? What if you've signed a contract with a client to go ahead and wire up a pool equipment? And they say, hey, Jeff, I need this job done, but I need it done by this Saturday, and it's Tuesday. And you give a bid and the customer approves it and says, great, if you can do it to me by Saturday, you've got the job. All right, so what do? You sign up and you get the job started. Job signed, everything's going good. And then they come up to you and they say, oh, you know what? We actually want to install a couple of more lights on the way down to that jacuzzi by the barbecue. And you say, sure, no problem. We'll take care of it, an extra $1,000. And they say, great, let's do it. Well, now that job took you an extra day to do. You didn't let the client know that you're not going to be able to meet the Saturday appointment. Saturday comes and the job's not done. And you say, hey, I want to collect the deposit or the portion I did. And they say, nope, not going to pay you. Why not? You promised you'd get the job done by Saturday and you didn't meet your promise. Uh-oh, what are you going to do? You don't have any paperwork. You don't have a change order form or an order for additional work that they signed. I'm sorry, but good luck fighting that one because that is a real case scenario from a coaching client who got paperwork from me. So those are the things that you want to think about. Hey, how about you do a rewire job and it's an old house in the Hollywood Hills? I remember doing a couple of jobs like that in my lifetime. And now you're pulling out all the cloth wire out of the black pipe, right? And then all of a sudden you come to a point where you can't pull the wire out. So you shove your fish tape in and it only goes halfway. You have a buried junction box. Uh-oh. Did you put on your contract that there might be some buried junction boxes and you're not liable and then there might be an extra charge? Not only to find the box so that you can do your job, who's going to patch and paint it? Do you understand why this is so important? You can't run the way you think you've been running. That's been good all along because the time's going to come when that one little uh-oh is going to cost you a lot more than you know. Guys, that's my top 3 for you. You can take a look at all my coaching and paperwork on my website, www.the360electrician.com. Don't forget about field software. Just try it. You don't have to buy it. Jobber's going to hook you up. You're going to get it at a great price. And then you and I are going to come along over the next few months and talk about Jobber and how we're using it to level up here in the Montana business. And then don't forget your insurance. Next Insurance is a great way to go. Find anybody you can. Little tip, workers' comp, do it as you go. Pay as you go workers' comp. That's a little bit tip for you. And then last but not least, go and get the paperwork and the marketing from me at the 360electrician.com website. Guys, appreciate you. Hope you like that mini course. Got a few surprises in 2024. One might be that we're finally able to add another female electrician to our roster. Can you believe it? Obviously, you know that I have a passion to help women in the trade. This is just going to show it by me actually putting them online and on YouTube. So stay tuned, click that like, smash it, do whatever you do. Don't forget, let's get on Instagram and TikTok and give us a little boost there. Appreciate you, and we will see you in 2024.